Today is departure day. Buoys, nets, everything must be in place. For some, just out of childhood, this is their first big fishing trip. So, to be on the safe side, the men check one last time that all the pirogues are ready to take on the ocean. Only the bare minimum is loaded on board. Nothing must slow down or unbalance the pirogues should the sea become rough. Don't you say goodbye when you leave, ma'am?
I said goodbye to everyone yesterday, but not on departure day. Otherwise, it makes you sad and brings bad luck.
Here we go. Now we're on our own. Spread out over 3 pirogues, we are about 15 sailors, facing us, the ocean. At the end of the journey, the Barren Isles. To reach it, we have to sail along the coast before heading out to sea. In all, we'll have to sail over 180 nautical miles. How do you change direction? Go left or right?
To go left, you go like this. And to the right, like this.
Right, like this. Can I try? It's a tricky job. Yeah, I can steer like this. I'll catch up to them.
You're doing well. Maybe we'll make a sailor of you.
On the water, the architecture of Vezo's pirogues takes on its full meaning. Their outrigger allows them to take on large waves, and their slender shape propels them at more than 6 knots. The sailing is sporty and lively, which doesn't displease me. You can't see the islands. How do you get there?
To know the course, I look into the distance and observe the relief of the coast. For example, this dune needs to be positioned at the back of the pirogue to be on the right course. Further on, there's the Madagascar Peninsula. Here you'll have to tack, then head northwest until evening. There are landmarks like this all along the way.
Mam navigates without charts or compass and knows every nook on the Madagascar coast.
At the time of my first migration, I knew nothing about navigation. I was barely 10 when my brother and cousins took me with them. The journey was so long that I sometimes fell asleep, but they'd wake me up. They'd say, "Now's not the time to sleep. You've got things to learn. Look over there. See that piece of land beyond that reef? That's where you have to turn east." As you go along, repeating and repeating, it gets stuck in your head. You can steer almost instinctively.
After a long day's sailing, pushed along by a favorable wind, we've covered a good third of the route. We'll be spending the night on this beach. The men gather around the fire and share a well-deserved meal.
Damn, the sugar wasn't closed properly and some sand has got in.
That'll be in our morning tea.
No worries. We'll have something to eat and to drink.
There's some left. Anyone want any more?
There's quite a few bones in the fish.
They're like that, Ramazava.
A lot of bones.
Yes.
Today, at the end of the afternoon, it was windy, which was great. Do you ever sail at night?
Yes, we do sometimes. But right now, we're sailing with youngsters who are still inexperienced. If they have an accident and fall into the water when it's pitch black, it could be dangerous. So we prefer not to take the risk, and we'll arrive when we arrive. It's not a problem.
And what about you, setting off over such long distances? Do you have no apprehension, no fear?
It's always been a dream of mine to come here, and I'm delighted to be able to learn with my brothers. But on the other hand, it's true that I'm scared. There are often accidents, and you can get lost in the middle of the sea.
It's normal for him to be scared. It's his first trip. He doesn't yet know what it's like to sail on the open sea. He's never seen a cyclone or experienced a shipwreck. One day, I had an accident. One morning, my boat sank on the open sea and I had to swim all day to reach the coast. Another time, I was stranded at sea for a week without food. Once he's been through all that, he won't ask himself whether he should live or die. And then he'll really realize what it means to be a Vezo. Inspect the pirogues before setting off.
Yes!
This morning it's low tide. We have to carry the laka, each weighing almost 400 kilos, into the water. Our pirogues aren't designed to cope with breaking waves. At any moment, a wave could overwhelm and capsize them.
We've got to find another way out, as it's impossible to go this way. The wind is head-on, and the current is taking us back towards the coast.
The waves in front of us form a versatile wall of foam. If we can't get through now, we'll have to wait for the next tide and hope the sea has calmed.
The islands are in that direction, just offshore. We could try to go around to the west, but that would make our route too long. We have to try and get through at all costs.
The decision is made. We're going to attempt an exit. Faced with the current, it's hard to stay on course. The only way to pass the helm is to position the pirogues against the waves and pick up speed.
That's it, we're through. The other pirogues got through too. Thanks to the protection of our ancestors, we must thank them. I implore you, my ancestors, you who came from the 8 corners of the earth and died in this ocean, protect us on our journey. And if we arrive safe and sound, I vow on this sea to offer you a great pot of rice.
So are the ancestors present in the sea around us, in the areas we cross?
These waters on which we sail belong to those who died here. It's to them that I just made my oath. If we arrive safely, it's proof that they've accepted my offering. And if I forget, they'll come in my dreams to remind me.
Land ahoy! Islands on the horizon.
After 2 days sailing and more than 300 kilometers, we finally reached our goal. Ahead lies the Barren Isles. On the beach, we're greeted by the children and women who arrived by dhow the day before. By the fire, Mam meets Neve and all the members of the clan. Joy and relief can be seen on their faces. Everyone is safe and sound. That's the main thing.